What's up, guys? In this video, I've got some picks for you on PrizePicks, the best app ever and best website too. They've got a clean website for these YouTube videos. We've got Friday night football in college football, and it's a pretty good matchup here between Kansas and Illinois. Kansas is a 3-point favorite, over-under set at 57.5. So hopefully we'll get 4 or 5 touchdowns out of each of these teams here. Hopefully it'll go a little bit over. After watching that Kansas City-Detroit game last night on Thursday Night Football, that shit left a bad taste in my mouth, man. That was not a fun game to watch at all. And the NFL made a funny commercial about like making fun of people that say the NFL's rigged. Well, bro, when everybody bets on the Chiefs, and then you have 20 dropped passes at the NFL level, people are going to think it's a rigged product. But I know one thing, in college football, I don't see that many drops. So I don't know if the college receivers are really better than the Chiefs receivers. I would think the NFL guys are better. But who knows? I just hope we don't see drops. I hope I don't jinx it right now and we see a bunch of drops in this game. But both of these teams can pass the ball. They could easily get into a shootout. We could see 80 points tonight. That's not out of the range of outcomes. So I'm fucking pumped for this game, man. So we've got the Illinois quarterback here set at 204. He threw for a similar amount last week. And then we've got the Illinois receivers. They all went over. So the quarterback and the receivers went over, except for their receiver one, Isaiah Williams. And I'll talk about him in a second. So Isaiah Williams is a junior. He was their receiver one clear cut last year. This year, it might be different. You have a new quarterback. So maybe the new quarterback doesn't prefer the same receiver as the quarterback from last year. Pat Bryant was the receiver 2 last year. But look what he did. He went for 64 yards. He also had 2 touchdowns last week. So he's 6'3". He's also a junior. So Pat Bryant's the big body receiver. And then Casey Washington is 6'2", so he's a bigger receiver as well. And it's one game, it's a small sample size, that's all we got though. I'm thinking that this quarterback this year might like throwing to tall receivers because both Casey Washington and Pat Bryant both got the bulk of the targets last week. Now, if we look at Kansas, their players aren't up yet because it is unknown which quarterback's going to start for Kansas. I couldn't wait any longer to make this video, guys. So I wanted to get it out here and kind of go over my game plan for when Kansas does roll out their starting quarterback. Both Kansas quarterbacks are pretty similar. Last year had similar numbers. Here's the team stats for Kansas. So we had Jason Bean start last week. Jalen Daniels should be back this week. Jalen Daniels is a guy that's dual threat. He rushed for 419 yards last season, and he has got 2,000 passing yards last season. So Jalen Daniels should start tonight. I saw on Underdog Fantasy they had him up. They took him down. We'll see what happens. Lawrence Arnold led the team in receiving yards last season. Not in receptions, though. 44 receptions. Luke Grimm had more. But Lawrence Arnold was the receiver one, week 1. Now, they could have a quarterback change, but Lawrence Arnold is the guy that I like to target on Kansas. And then if we go to Illinois, I just kind of went over their 3 receivers. Casey Washington stepped up last week. This is the stats from last year. So you look at Pat Bryant, clearly was, Isaiah Williams was clearly the receiver 1 over Pat Bryant. But you look at the box score last week, and Pat Bryant only had 2 touchdowns last year. But then this year, he's already got 2 after week 1. So for me, this game against Toledo was 30-28. And it looks like Illinois came from behind. They were down at halftime. So this game could be very similar. I mean, this is kind of what Vegas projects is a similar game flow to what we saw Illinois versus Toledo. And if we look at this box score, you would want to trust the receiver 1 from last year, Isaiah Williams. He had 5 receptions, 51 yards. But I just think that there's a real chance that Casey Washington and Pat Bryant are right in the mix again this week. And because their projections are so low, I kind of like both of them this week. And they're both the big body receivers. I'm thinking Luke Altmaier. I'm thinking he might prefer the big body receivers. And the other thing that I like is that he's dual threat. He had 9 carries for 69 yards. To me, on PrizePicks, when I see a college quarterback that can rush for over 50 yards, and it's a game that should be close and relatively high scoring. The total's at 57.5. I like to go to fantasy score, and I just like to stack the quarterback with his receivers. Now, we can't get that third receiver. We can get Pat Bryant absolutely, this stack right here is money. Like, this is my favorite duo right here. And then when Kansas rolls out, I think going with Kansas's receiver 1, Lawrence Arnold, and whatever quarterback they start, that's a pretty good 4-man right there. If you do Kansas quarterback and Lawrence Arnold with Illinois quarterback and Pat Bryant right here. I love that 4-man. Since we don't have Kansas on the board right now, and I do want to lock something in for you guys live here on the show, what I might do is I'm going to double stack Illinois and then bring it back with the Kansas running back. Kansas running back, Devin Neal, had a great performance last week. I'll pull up the box score here in a second so you guys can see, but I mean, he had 27 fantasy points last week. I'm not too concerned about him getting to 15. Based on the game flow we would need to go 4 for 4 in this play, I mean, you kind of would have to. Gosh, guys, I think I'm going to go Casey Neal, 37.5 here. And he's really their receiver 3, but 6'2", 6'3", 5'9". Isaiah Williams was DeVito's favorite target last year, but we got a new quarterback. I could be wrong. Isaiah Williams could go for 150 yards this game, and I could be wrong. But I like that. I like the 20-yard discount on Casey Washington here when we really don't know the quarterback's preferences too much. And then I'm going to bring it back with Kansas running back. So just so you guys are aware, these picks are long shots. I'm risking 200 to win 2,000 on them, a lot of them. And I just want y'all to know, like, $200 for me is not a massive amount. I'm pretty deep into the game, and I've built my bankroll, I've built my net worth just under $1 million. So when you see this, just understand that my net worth is probably like 800, 900,000. So I'm not going to call myself a millionaire officially yet. Give me a couple more months, and then I'll make the announcement, maybe do a video and talk about what it means to me. But, like, if your net worth is $500, or if your net worth is $20,000, you guys know y'all's own financial situations. Don't just think because I'm doing 200 that I'm all in on this. I just threw this play together based on game script. I mean, it's not like this is like some huge play for me. What I do is I just make smart plays over and over and over, and at the end of the month, I know that I'll be profitable. Right now, I haven't been profitable. I've been getting beat up a bit since Sunday. I had a good college football Saturday last week, and I can't wait for tomorrow and this weekend to get started for college football. But on Sunday, Monday, and then Thursday, I had 3 losing days in a row. Am I panicking? No, because I'm risking such a small amount that even if I lose for like 2 weeks straight, I'm not going to hit the panic button because I know that I'm making plays that make sense. So this is my play right here. Most people, what they do is they just scroll through this whole list and they pick like 5 random players and they go all 5 over. And what happens in one game is not correlated to what happens in another game. So they're basically shooting themselves in the foot. What you want to do on PrizePicks is build things that are correlated together. And this is like perfectly correlated. If Kansas scores 40 points, and Jeff Neal is going to go over. Like, there's no way Kansas offense can put up 40 points without their star running back going over 15-point fantasy. If he gets 15 fantasy points again, then Illinois is going to have to match those points, right? Illinois is going to have to pass the ball around and get some yards to stay in the game. And Kansas has been known to play in close, high-scoring, fun, entertaining games. I'm basing this on last year because their team this year has a lot of the same players. So all 4 of these things are tied into just one game, one outcome. It's not like I need 5 separate things to happen here. I really just need both teams to put up 30, 35 points, and this should hit. So I just wanted to break that down for you guys so y'all understand the method behind the madness here. And don't panic, right? I've got a lot of ammo. I've got 3,700. $200, not a huge deal. Let's lock it in. I always lock in my plays. I thought about saving the $200 plays for premium, but honestly, guys, if you're on VIP, you're going to get a lot of shit that people on YouTube don't have. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you have a bankroll over $1,000, I would say if you have it over 500, it might make sense to do this. But over 1,000 for sure. College football, NFL full season. I do PrizePicks plays, all DFS, like Underdog Fantasy. I'm banned from Underdog Fantasy because they don't like the logic I use and they don't like that I make money off of them. but I still give out plays to my clients for underdogs so they can make money. We've got Jake Paul's app, Better. They have 100x. I'm definitely going to be sending some plays out that will be 100x. So we're going to risk $25 to win $2,500 on those. So it's a very small amount. And it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. So college football, NFL full season, it's normally $2,000. This year my goal is to really beef up the YouTube content. So I want to get more people on my VIP. And then at the end of the year, after we've had success, after I've proved it works, I want to interview a lot of my clients just to show future people that view my channel that I'm legit and these are real people and I'm really helping them profit. So it's been a slow start. I've had some big wins. I'm not profitable at this point. It's a small sample size. But what that means is it means I'm due for a big weekend because, I'm not going to lose forever. I promise y'all that. I didn't get to where I am in life losing these plays on PrizePicks. Underdog didn't ban me because I'm losing plays. So SBEnation.com if you guys want to hop on that. It also supports the channel. I make enough money to make a living off of this in a large part because of the YouTube ad rev, the sponsorships, all that. So I appreciate you guys purchasing the premium picks. It goes a long way and it allows me to basically sit in my room and make YouTube videos all day. And my wife doesn't get on my ass because she knows she's retired because we're grinding on these apps. And I used to make most of my money off betting on the apps, but since I've been limited and banned, I got to make money other ways. So helping you guys profit is one of those ways. And getting you guys on Chalkboard is another way that I help you profit. So if you get this Chalkboard app, 2,600 5-star reviews. I have a group chat in there. My group chat looks a little bit like this. I've got announcements where I just when I'm sitting on the toilet, I'll type a message out, let y'all know how my mindset is going into the day. Sportsbook picks, so picks against the spread, DFS player prop picks, and I post more free picks in there than anywhere else because I can just type it out. If I lock a play in, I take a screenshot, I send it to y'all. So be sure to get the Chalkboard app, join my group. It's sports betting education. That also helps support me, but then it gets you guys deeper access to me for free. So it's 100% free. That's all I've got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.